Okay.
TK32115.
TD 69937. All right, now we're working on the main torso of the
Soon to
TD.
be Sandy.
Yes. So what I was telling Nicole is we're gonna take, and along the lines here, we're gonna take our little thing like we for the dark, and we're gonna do all the crevices. Now your belt is gonna be right here, basically, so you don't really need to weather there if you don't want to. So it's a little extra that you don't have to do. So we'll just follow the crease. I'll take one side if you want. You can
Yeah.
take the other, and then all the creases around here, everywhere here, just kind of light, and we want to just highlight all the creases. And that way, because you know, when you're dirty, dirt's going to collect right there, and that's where we want it to be the darkest, so that way it looks like it's concentrated, like you've been out there for years looking for these droids.
So we start with the maple syrup
Correct.
and the tan.
Correct. And we've already got it mixed. We've already got it good to go. We just dab it in there and then put it there, so it's not too concentrated, and then we just dab it in there.
I like how you're using these little sponge brushes. When I did my zombie trooper, I used actually like paint brushes.
The foam sucks up, absorbs a lot more paint, so you can go a long ways with just one dab from your paint instead of having to reapply to the brush. And then if you don't get, it makes it too concentrated.
So on this one, I didn't quite get where the glue was in here, so there's still going to be glue there. So hopefully, when he does the dirtiness, it kind of hides some of that excess glue. But all the ridges right here, I got the glue out of that and sanded it down. I just didn't get into here. And I'm hoping that it's going to be far enough away that when somebody does come up to take a picture or they look at it, after it's dirty, they're not going to really notice all that excess glue in there.
What I'm thinking it's going to look like is battle damage. It's going to be battle scarring. That's the way you got to look at it. We're sand troopers. We fight. We don't look pretty standing in front of a doorway, and we don't stand in detention when Darth Vader comes by. We are actually in the dirt, in the mud, in the trenches.
So you're basically the infantry.
We are the backbone of the Empire.
Wow. That was a really sweeping statement.
Does that make regular stormtroopers desk jockeys?
They're just ornaments. they hang out in the hallways and march and stuff like that.
So in the military, we call them just garrison. And then the infantry actually go out and work in the field.
Yeah,
The other guys just sit in the garrison. We call them pogues.
there you go.
What are the grunts?
Infantry. They're the ones out there fighting the war, getting dirty, looking for the droids.
Getting mind tricked by Jedi.
Well, hold up. Didn't some of the TKs get mind tricked by
Oh, I'm not saying
Obi-Wan?
that they didn't. I'm just helping.
Yes, on the Death Star, they in fact, what was that? I don't know, let's go check it out. And then Obi-Wan Kenobi went around the stormtroopers that were standing at guard, so yes, he did mind trick them too on the Death Star.
You could do that in Lego Star Wars if you make your guys sneak real slow. They won't notice you.
Stormtroopers, they get such a bad name.
Yeah.
Do we match our group? Mine is still drying. That's chunky.
And then we'll start with the top. We'll do the, basically,
What about this area that's?
that's where we'll get with the tan, will come in into play with all that stuff.
So
We
we
want
don't-
to just get the crevices right now
Okay.
first, and then we'll go back with the other, and that way it's not, it's a little bit simpler.
Okay.
And then we want to just kind of around with little lines.
I already helped you by having the black in there.
You
Yep.
did so good.
Good job.
That's one thing about the stormtrooper, when you lay it down, and it opens up,
We
all
want to
those
have it
pieces
too dark,
that stick out.
just a hint. We want it just to be a hint there that there's a line there. Because in the breastplate right here, that's not really a necessity, but I mean, it's just,
How's
That
that?
adds-
Is that fine?
yeah.
Is it too much?
Just go down the one right here. Just this and then.
Here.
And then we'll flip her over.
How's that?
You gonna get any of the buttons?
That was something I asked about with the buttons being glued on. Do you put paint under the ABS that you have glued on or around the base part?
The way it got.
Okay.
Because like I said, this is just for the crevices and for the small little concentrated areas. The main weathering will be the more tan paint. And that will go on the buttons, that'll go everywhere else. It'll go on this right here where the glue is still on. And it will make our design for the chest plate. And now we'll flip her over. And then we do the same thing. Go on the back side and do the little lines.
I like how you can see where the belt is because it's not yellow.
That's how mine is.
Just like that, perfect.
Good.
And then we'll get.
The
we're
butt
gonna
shelf. Does it matter if the screws are painted?
No. Same thing. All right.
Sorry, Judy.
It's okay. You're doing good.
Thanks. I'm gonna watch you do this part. Okay, so just around the outside and a little in the middle, but at the
Yeah.
bottom where the dirt would rest.
Right. All right. And then, of course, on the top. There.
Oh, just that. Real quick. Yeah, so let me hit this side.
There. All right. Now we are ready for the tan. And this is where the fun begins once again. Let's do the same kind of tap marks. And then just that's good.
Nice butt.
Yes. Dirty body.
Oh!
Remember not to stress too much, just have fun with it. It's kind of being creative.
And you can always fix it if you mess up.
Correct.
And not necessarily mess up if you don't like it.
If you don't like the outcome, you can thin it, you can thicker it,
Thicker it.
thicker it.
Thicker it.
Thicker. All right.
That part looks naked.
I'm gonna get that, green, what do you call it again?
Like a scotch.
Scouring.
Scouring that.
Lightly go over it just a little bit, just to make it a little,
Should I
Yeah.
add water to this? Is it too thick?
That's good.
And you said you had Trent show you this technique and then you just.
He did it, yeah, Trent did show me this technique. You can even do it with your fingers if you want to, but his was more lighter than mine, and I decided to go with a more heavier weathering technique. But it's basically the same thing. You just dab, 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 dab. And then you take your paper towel and you dab it back.
Did you say when you did the first time you put in for MEPD, they wanted you to make it dirtier?
For the cauldron, I didn't make my cauldron dirty enough, and I had to make that dirtier.
What did you use to dirty your cauldron?
Same technique.
With the acrylic paint?
With the same, only a little bit more watered down, so that way
I'm gonna
it's.
grab it.
So you water it down a little bit more, and then you just kind of splatter a little bit, you know, and then just kind of wipe it a little bit. And then down here, I just did brush marks, because you know you're dirty, you might have your hands dirty, and you kind of wipe it on your shoulder or something, and you brush up against something, so you got little lines. And then my character has a little circle, so what I did was take a little glass jar, and I painted the bottom of the glass jar, and I stuck the glass jar on it, and just went, and then I colored in the middle.
Happy little.
You gotta make that sound, because it doesn't work unless you make the sound.
That's unfortunate.
Yes. And then when it dries, the black, it'll look like dirt, like mud is on your cauldron, and there you go. Here.
So a lot of times if you don't dirty it enough, in pictures, it doesn't really look that dirty.
Yes, originally, the way my sand trooper was, I wasn't dirty enough, so if I went next to a sand trooper that was dirtier, I looked too clean. And I didn't like that fact, so that's why I decided to make mine dirtier, so that way when I stand next to a white guy, or white TK, I'm dirty. And now I blend in with my other sandy brothers.
Don't forget you have to dirty this too.
Yeah.
Put in the 3-1.
I'll get that. You come first, buddy. Alright,
Don't you feel special?
What about in here? Is that
good enough.
okay?
Alright, now let's flip her back over. Now we get to do the same thing.
Do you need anything?
Let's see. Looks good. Here we go.
Can you see the athlete?
A little bit.
We'll go up just a little bit.
There you go.
Now, depending on how you want your.
So when you're telling me earlier off camera, for just regular TV, I can do whatever pattern I want right now. But when
Correct.
I actually go MEPD, I still can do whatever pattern. It's just when I go SWAT. Once I make MEPD, and then if I do MEPD, I make that one and then decide to go SWAT, then I have to make the dirtiness to whatever character I'm going to do in the film.
Correct. For standard 501st approval, you just got to have a dirty stormtrooper. To become MEPD deployed, you need a TD backpack, and then you're basically standard weathering, and your backpack, and then you can get deployed. And then to become SWAT, you have to pick a character in the movie and emulate the way he looks.
His dirt patterns.
Yes, his dirt pattern, the type of gloves, like mine is Roblox Captain, so he has 2 left hand plates, shoulder bell on the right side droops, and he has distinctive front weathering.
So for mine, just whatever we wanna do.
Correct. It just has to be dirty. Not coal miner dirty, but just dirty. And I think, what do you think? You want more? What do you think? Let's,
No.
Alright, so now that you're almost done with the ab, you're gonna do the arms,
yes,
and then after that, you still gotta do the
hand plates.
arms, hand plates, and helmet,
Belt.
and the belt.
Oh, look at that. It's like a dry kind of.
Dry brushing.
Add a little bit of a.
Jay,
You done?
yeah, you're gonna